Hi, my name is Terry Sills. I'm a social work student at CCAC South Campus.
All right, so let's look at the history of social work today. And in regards to the history of social work, can you discuss the historical forces that shaped our present social welfare system?
Well, I can only go back to so far based on my age, and I'm, I'm looking at in 1937 when public housing came to be. Public housing was uh, it was big back in 30s in late 30s because we could house a lot of people in one place in in um, in buildings that we could house families and individuals in. Um, Public housing uh, set up communities for uh, married, single uh, individuals who had children and needed somewhere to live.
What was the purpose of the public housing? What was its original intention?
The original intention was to be able to house families and individuals who had children in it was able to give more families housing in a smaller area. That was the intention. Um, but then it evolved into the area was too small. The families grew and the area didn't grow. So they had to do away with family housing, public housing, and move the people out into the communities. And because they found that they weren't leaving the community, they were staying right there. And it was getting dilapidated and torn down, and things just weren't progressing.
What's another historical force that has shaped our
Uh,
social?
I can go back to 1946 when the school lunch program started. The school lunch program was making sure that every child had a meal at least once a day in the school while they were in school. They found that children weren't eating breakfast, weren't eating lunch, and couldn't afford it. So what they did, what the government did, was stepped in and made sure that the children had a nutritious lunch, and that provided for lunch one time a day, or a meal, a full meal one time a day for the children.
Um, And just to piggyback off of that, I know in the school systems today, last year, well, over the past couple of years, we started out, it was providing all students with free breakfast. Now, this year was the first year that we extended that. So now it's not only free breakfast for all students, it's also free lunch for all students.
In 1966, they came up with the school lunch, school breakfast program, and that piggybacked on to the school lunch program that made sure that children had 2 meals a day. Just recently, some schools provide a snack for the children to take home so that they're ensured a meal or something to eat in the evenings.
Um, can you discuss another historical force that has shaped our present social welfare system?
In 1956, I'm sorry, in 1950. 1939, the Social Security Act for Old Age and Survivors came to be. Now, this was intentionally a program that was going to fund seniors in their old age after they were unable to work, and it was going to take care of them well into their old age. What they found out was they didn't have it wasn't enough money to fund them, and they started to encourage people to save money so that they could piggyback onto the Social Security Old Age and Survivors Insurance. Um, Even today, we're still underfunded, and we still don't have enough. People go into old age and find that they cannot take care of themselves.
And last but not least, what could you tell me about how about the welfare system? Um,
The welfare system came to be, oh, it was a few-fold program. It came with funds, money funds, and it came with food stamps to provide food for the families and the children who were in need. And things have changed with the welfare program. The program started initially just providing a cash benefit stipend and food stamps, and now they've limited the monies that you can get for it in the program. You can still get food stamps, but you have to have children under a certain age in order to receive cash assistance.
So based on the history of the welfare program and based on what exists today, do you feel that the welfare program is effective?
I think the welfare program has a lot of work to do still yet. I think a lot happened too fast, and in order for a president to look like he was completing or doing something in his term, but it didn't help the people as much as it should have, or much as I guess what his intentions were. So we've got a long way to go with our welfare program, and if our intentions are to help the people who really need it.
Well, I want to thank you, Terry, for taking time out of your busy schedule to help me to understand some of the questions around the welfare system, and as it relates today. It has truly been a learning experience, and I appreciate you sharing your expertise and helping me to understand how the welfare system has historically transitioned from where it's the beginning stages to the current stages of today, and how it's effective, and how which way we need to go in order to make it more effective. I appreciate that.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.